Hello, lovely people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you're tuning in from. Welcome to the Lifestyle Show here on New World TV, where we bring you gospel discussions on entertainment, on everything that has to do with both shifting from seat, if you get what I mean. So you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Once again, I still remain your girl, EJ, and host for the show. Today we'll be talking about something very interesting. Of course, you guys know each time we come, it's always very interesting. And today we'll be talking about is body enhancement and bodybuilding linked to insecurity. So we want to understand what is going on. Our people now are beginning to, blow up their bodies in different ways and in different sizes. So I want to get it, or the viewers out there, we want to really understand why it is that we've gotten really comfy with that. And with me in the studio today are two very special guests that are going to be helping us talk about it. We're going to begin with the lady. She's very beautiful. We have Miss Uju Cosmos. She's an actress.
Thank you very much.
It's so good to have you here.
Pleasure is mine.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And then we have Mr. Frank Anelson. He's a lecturer at IAEC University and also a psychologist. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
He's actually a very known face. I'm sure you guys have seen him once. Thank you guys very much for joining us today. So we're going to begin with defining terms. Let's understand what bodybuilding and body enhancement is, first of all, before we dive in proper to the discussion proto. So, Mr. Ju, what do you understand by bodybuilding or body enhancement?
Well, it's just like when someone wants to add a lot compared to what he or she already has. Because a lot of people these days will be like, maybe I'm not enough for myself. Yeah. So that is you adding a lot or adding more to what you already have.
Right. Okay, so how about you, Safan?
I should say is the physical modification of the human body.
Right.
Either by natural method, which require exercises, or by should I say, the use of technology, either by medical or whatsoever.
Okay, so what is insecurity? Let me start with you. What's insecurity?
When we look at insecurity, it's not being secure. In terms of this, we are looking at somebody who isn't satisfied with where they are at a particular point in time.
Right.
So feel like they don't have enough for themselves and they feel inferior in the society.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you?
Well, I will also agree with him that insecurity stands as you not being yourself. You're not okay. You just want to feel among. You're ashamed of whatever it is you think you are. Not being able to showcase yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what prompts this insecurity in both sexes? Like something drives it, right? So is it from birth? Should we go back to the beginning? Okay. Yeah, I'm being given birth to by a woman, of course, and there are things I heard from my parents. Okay, there are things that I was told, praises that I was given, or appraisals that, I was given for doing things that were good. There are things that my father told me, things that my mother said to me. So should we say all of this, if we accumulate all of this, it sort of builds either you being secured as a human being, naturally, or being insecure as a human being. Should we say that? How about you?
Well, I will say that yes, it's due to what people tell you as an individual. Because while growing up, you see when somebody say, look at this one, you have a very big lips, your lips doesn't fit you. Or you look somehow, the way you look is not giving at all. And then that person will grow up feeling that he or she is not enough. He or she, because they say, this part of my body is this way. I think this is really me. This is who I am.
So parents too also have?
Yeah, a lot of parents do that. A lot of people be like when a child does, let's just say in an African home, when a child offends a mother or a father, say, look at your head, like your father's head. Like those things, I'll be like, you'll be like, what? So I'll be like, you hear some parents be like, I've sent you a message now, you're not doing it. Don't worry. Your head that is too big now will make it to be more extra large for you. Though you that yourself, maybe you like, you become insecure. That, oh no, they are saying my head is too big. So that means I'm naturally, my head is big. So that's the fact.
Okay. Do you go along with this?
Yes, to some extent, because I think that African parents could be very abusive.
Yeah.
And
Naturally, yeah,
yes,
of course.
they could be very abusive, and anything at their disposal could be used. It could be your body shape, type, size, or whatsoever. Notwithstanding of anything, if they give back to you actually, and they don't know the psychological effect of what they do say. So when this person grew up only to come to the society
Right.
where he is coming from, is telling him that this is how you are and this is who you are. Before you know it, they trying to fit into this society, they start feeling low self-esteem, and the insecurity comes in.
So now, having established this, that it might, in a way, come from background. So it's breeds from family bringing at some point or to a large extent. Okay, since he's not, totally saying yes to it, and you're not totally saying yes to it. Why is it, should we say that this insecurity is the reason why people now in our current society are willing to go through mad pain, like intense pain, just to enlarge their body? I'm talking about women. We've seen cases, in fact, it's something very rampant now. Yeah. Women now are so keen they want to do it, notwithstanding the pain and all that. So should we say that this insecurity is as a result of that?
I won't say the insecurity ladies feel these days is as a result of what their parents did to them. It's a result of peer groups.
Okay.
They want to feel among.
Okay.
Because Mrs. A has done this. Mrs. A looks so figurous. Her figure is okay, and I am not that well. So I want to feel among those people called the big girls or so of the town. Okay, now they have big boobs, they have big butt side. So just to fit in. Any dress you wear, you're fitting in. It's not as if they really want to do it. Although some people are doing it for their own choices, while others are doing it just to fit in. It's not something that somebody just wake up one morning and say, I want to do this. It's just a person have come to think about it. He or she have thought about that. If I should do this, I think I'm going to really, really feel among. I'll be me. This will be me. I can be able to relate with these people. No minding what the effects is going to bring to you as an individual.
Okay. Yeah. Do you agree with this?
Oh, okay. As much as I agree with the peer group,
right,
or the peer pressure, as the case may be,
right,
everything about this insecurity, the body enlargement, honestly, little percentage is being given to the family being the cause of it.
Of course.
That was why I said I agree to some extent.
Yeah.
But the larger aspect of it comes from the society. There's what we call societal conditioning.
Okay.
Whereby the society has placed a picture on the wall for us, telling us for a guy to be handsome, he has to look like this. For a woman to be beautiful, she has to be like this.
Right.
So each and every one of us waking up, looking at this image in our mind, telling ourselves this is how we need to look.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, some people that feel like if this is what it takes, let's be it. You know, we will hear things like the life is just short and it's just once. Just make sure you look as beautiful as you can while you have the time. So you see them indulging into these things and trying to be as beautiful as what the society consider to be beautiful or the best shape ever. So when they get there, this is that causes that. Another thing is there is a psychological disorder that we'll call the body dysmorphic disorder.
Okay.
Whereby there is little or no existing factor to why you see your body to not be in better shape.
Okay.
So there is this pressure in your mind telling you that you are not looking it. You need to look it. And the only way they could get this satisfaction is by going under the knife through the cosmetic surgery.
Okay. Now, you guys made mention of something that is a bit similar, which is the fact that the society kind of probes people to, indulge in this. Now, do you know there are men that like big boobs?
Yeah.
There are men that they have money. these girls, they love them. So I have a boyfriend. I love him. He loves me. But he's mostly attracted to boobs and big asses. And I don't have it because I have a flat chest. Not because it's dropped or because it's flat, it did not grow. Now, this probes me to want to indulge in something like this. Why? Because I want to satisfy my man and I want to keep him. So should we say that we can apportion larger blames to the men for this continuous act of enlarging boobs and asses?
To me, I would say if you should, as a lady, you allow yourself be influenced by what your man thinks about your body, then you're making a very big mistake. Because you cannot say because my man likes them big, it likes my ass is not big enough or my breast is not big enough, so I have to suit you as my man, I have to go under the knife. Still, tomorrow, you will still see the one that is bigger than the one I did.
Let's not camouflage this. I think we should make it a bit realistic. This is what is happening.
It is, but it does.
A lady will tell you now, particularly, that that is a way of attracting a man. Do you understand? Let's be very realistic here.
It is, but these days they are getting it all wrong. Because I don't think big ass and big boobs keeps a man.
The truth is, the big ass and big boobs doesn't keep a man.
It doesn't.
The ladies that are undergoing these things aren't actually trying to keep a man. They are trying to get. There's a difference between getting and keeping.
Yeah.
Men are easy to get. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is keeping them. Now, the big ass and big boobs, like we said, how do we end up in telling the women that we need the big ass and the big boobs? It is because we are made to understand that when a woman has this in good quantity, she's beautiful. And we keep chasing after what? That.
Exactly. And
now,
we keep giving you.
Look at this thing now. When the man thinks that what it takes is just this, so he's looking for this. Now, the woman believes that in order for you to get attraction, you have to have it. So they go under the knife. The truth is, all of those things are just fantasy.
Fantasy.
Because the size of both the whole thing doesn't. It doesn't change anything.
Although I'm not saying that going under a knife is practically wrong, because a lot of people does it in their own various different ways. Okay. Some people does it because maybe after childbearing, you see a lot of people that they feel insecure about their bodies, their boobs will fall, their stomach will be no longer tight, so they feel like they want to go sucking. What they call the stomach. They go and tuck in their stomach to take it in and lift their breasts up again. In that aspect, it's understandable that yes, right now you think you feel you're no longer yourself, because I know that everybody still, as a woman, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're not seeing that which you saw last 2 years in your body, you naturally you will not be happy. But for those people who actually you haven't undergone any childbearing, you haven't undergone anything as a such, but just because you want to please somebody or because you want to feel among, then you go under a knife. I think that's the much insecurity anybody can ever have.
Are you attracted to men that are built?
Yeah.
Don't lie. Don't lie. Just say the way it is. Are you attracted to men that?
Instinctually, she said yeah and decided
wait.
She actually when she realized that I might be giving up something, she decided to go back.
So, are you attracted to men that are built?
In a way, I won't say yes. I won't say yes. I won't say no. Looking good is good,
right?
Yeah. So you can't be that. You can't be skinny with a big stomach. Yeah. So you, as a man, you have to look yourself.
Right.
Since men wants the ladies to look good, have the big boots, have the big everything, big guy, you have to look good for me also.
So in a way, wait, is there a negative side to this body enhancement thing? Having established the fact that it might be equal, that's what I'm getting from the both of you now. So since we are probing the ladies, but I think our own is a bit intense compared to that of the men. Ours is very extreme. We are going all the way to tear some part of our body, like we are cutting almost skin.
Yeah.
But the man is just jacking up something. He's lifting, he's running treadmill, and he's, trying to lift up weight and, building his abs and all biceps and all those things.
In that aspect, not them building. Some people actually take some pills as an injection. I've heard about that. They inject themselves.
The difference between the men and the women is, I think there is little or no reason why somebody should go under the cosmetic surgery.
Of course.
Because telling me that you feel insecure and want to please, well, actually there is, I don't think there is an end game as a gain you are getting there, except the societal validation, the self-validation or self-esteem telling us that you look good, finish. But when it comes to physical exercise for the guys, women, we said that you can alter the structure of the body naturally, which means a lady can also go into exercise and get it done. So going for the
knife thing,
the knife thing, it's not healthy at all, irrespective of the fact that I respect every choices.
Right.
If you choose to do it for your own good, you think it's okay for you, fine. But I do not see any advantage to it. But the physical exercise has a lot of advantages, apart from the fact that some guys will will use steroids in order to so little to give so much.
Okay. So are there negative side to this?
Of course, the negative side. Just let's say this liposuction of a thing. A lot of ladies have died. Really, let me not say a lot, but you and I know that it's a very risky thing to do. Which is in one of these aspects can lead to death. When you're not physically, your body is not physically accepting what you're about to do. Not everybody is healthy enough to undergo that liposuction. A lot of ladies will say, okay, I think I can do it. Not minding your blood pressure. Not minding that maybe your family background, you suffered such, there's a sickness in your family background that once you undergo this, it might affect your health.
Hereditary sicknesses.
Yeah. Then some people would, okay, because let's say, once there's this anesthesia of a thing that they give to them when they're about to take that,
Okay.
it might not work on it. Let's say it works, or it might not work. Even if it works, it still doesn't say that you still will not feel that pain.
It doesn't suppress the pain
It doesn't
totally.
suppress the pain, because once you're out of that place, you are getting the pains. So what I would say, all these things is just like when somebody is like, you're not, this thing is not right. There's a risk to it, and you still want to go out, you still want to do it, risking your life, a 50-50. Sometimes it's not even a 50-50 thing. Sometimes it's a 70-30.
Jesus.
Yeah,
So
the truth is there is no gain to it apart from what you tell yourself, what you look in the mirror. Now the truth is, if you must do this, now you have to get a professional counsel and go for probably medical advice to be sure you are capable to get this.
A lot of them really goes for it.
Some don't. Some just know that they want to, and this is Africa for you. It's not the Western world. So some people just go in there, just do whatever they can and just get out.
Unless the doctor who is actually doing it is not that.
Their backyard intake even. There are some people that are not even professional.
Yes.
If you go down to Nigeria, it's even more common.
Yes.
There are people that are not.
So you say you went to Yaba left to go and do your own.
Do you get at the end of the day? You see somebody's during their old age. What's the
I'm yet to see one. I'm yet to know exactly what it will look like during old age.
But you don't even need to see it. You just have to imagine it.
Wow.
It won't look good on them. First, because all these things are fats that are drawn from various parts of the body.
How about the men?
The men, apart from the physical exercise, is actually very healthy for the men. Yeah, it has a lot of advantages. I don't think there's even a disadvantage to it. The only problem is when they desire more and decide to go for drugs like steroids, which will increase their level of testosterone and shrink their testes and cause infertility and the risk of heart attack, stroke, and the rest of them, and anxiety, depression, and all that. It comes with a whole lot of package that you wouldn't want to engage yourself in. But if it is just normal physical exercise, trust me, it's the best thing anybody can actually do for themselves.
So for the women, this effect that you've mentioned is we are prone to it if we, like you said, take out fat from where it's supposed to be and inject it somewhere else, just so the stomach or the body is flattened. Are we saying that medically there could be a side effect as well?
I believe there will be, probably in the long run.
In the long run, what do you think?
Taking away fat from unnecessary places, to me, I would say sometimes it's advisable by the doctor.
Okay.
Because a lot of people go through high blood pressure due to the fat that is in their body.
Okay.
You understand? Some of them, while you walk from a mile, you just start breathing very fast due to a lot of fat have been, your cholesterol is that high. So you'll be advised by a doctor to go into dieting. After dieting, then they will ask, okay, this is also an option.
Right.
You can also go through this.
Okay.
They can remove the fat from the various parts of your body. But not everybody will want to attach it to any part of their body again. They just want it off. But some people just want to go there, just take it out for me and attach it for me in my boobs and in my ass. I just want it there. Not that maybe the fat in their body is affecting them. But why the people who does it that is being acknowledged by the doctor, yes, please do this, is because you have seen that this person can no longer cope with the fat that is in their body.
Funny enough, I don't think it's just fat they are removing from other part of the body to put on another part of the body. There are, I don't know, I think it's properties containing silicone or so or thereabouts.
For the boobs, right?
Boobs, that's silicone for the boobs.
Yes, so you can imagine it's more of a foreign substance.
And which is very risky.
Yes, it is.
Because
That's why I said I don't think there's any advantage to what you are doing by putting those things. But if you decide to go on physical exercise, of course it will not increase the...
Because
there are limits to what you get.
Yeah, during pressure, when there's a pressure and, you attach that extra stuff to the boobs and all that, when there's pressure, it's most likely that it gets...
rupture.
It's rupture, right?
I don't know, but yes, there is every tendency to it, but you know what you are having, so you have to handle with care. Maybe it might be so delicate for some time, and after some time, it might... Who knows?
So, are we advising the viewers? We're about wrapping up. What's the take home on this very topic? Should we advise people to continue with this process? Or it should be curbed? Or it should be stopped completely? Which is it?
I don't think it should be stopped.
Me either.
I don't think it should be stopped because I think I was talking to somebody, a very religious person, and he was actually saying that these things are actually the end time, whatever, it's a sin. And I said, no, how is it a sin? I've forgotten what he said. And I asked him one question. I said, Abraham, at some point, God asked him to circumcise himself.
Okay.
He said, yes. I said, does it mean that God actually made mistake and forgot to circumcise this guy and ask him to do it himself? So if there was a time he was given this as an option to do it to himself, and now what makes you think that right now we don't have what it takes to correct some certain parts which we believe is wrong?
Yeah.
And I said, no, that one I said, okay, now that what of those people you see where they give birth to twins and they were joined? And when I say, okay, these people, they are not supposed to be this way, we separated them. What makes you think that God that created them like this didn't create them like this for a purpose and you decide to separate them through surgical operations? So if you look at that, these are human beings telling us that this is how we are supposed to be in the society, put it to standard, and you understand what I'm saying? If we are actually doing that because we see it to be right, people that consider their body not to be in perfect shape can decide to put it in perfect shape as they see fit. So at this particular point in time, you don't have to tell them that it's a sin, just that they should understand the implication of what they are doing.
Yeah.
And should get medical advice before they indulge in it.
Okay.
So I'll also agree with him.
Right.
Before you indulge yourself in something that is going to harm you, just get an advice from your doctor, your health practitioner, to be sure that yes, you're okay to undergo this, and so that in the long run you will not come and start regretting. Because also, I think a real good counselor should also counsel that person on the after effects of all this. Because later, let's say about the menu, like asking if there is something that can be done, maybe if they will have after effect during the old age. To me, I would think that there will be, because a time will come when their hearts will start, they'll start feeling pains. They'll start feeling pains within them. And that will come at maybe in their old age, and they won't be able to do some necessary things that they will want to do with themselves.
All right, then. So we've come to the end of today's show, guys. You guys have heard it. First of all, there's something called appreciating a child from beginning. So this has a long-run effect on all of us. So what you tell your child at home matters. What you breed or groom that child with really matters. That's number one. Secondly, it is very essential for us as human beings to first of all accept ourselves for who we are. And if you feel that a part of you is not okay, please seek medical advice before you decide to slip yourself or cut yourself or divide yourself into two to probably get a different kind of shape. Figure 8 and figure 9 is good, though. I'm not going to advise against it, but be sure you're doing it rightly. Thank you guys so very much for joining us for today's show. Thank you very much for the follow-up on YouTube. If you haven't followed New World TV, please follow the Lifestyle Show playlist on New World TV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until we come your way next week, stay blessed, stay safe. Plenty love from me to you. Mwah. Bye-bye.